is Scott Priest with SAP Professional Journal. I'm here with Don Loden of Decision First Technologies. Don has done some great sessions here at Admin 2012. He did one on HANA earlier today where he showed a pretty cool demo. Don, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure. I'd love to talk about it. Thanks, Scott. It's great to be here. I'm having a great time at the conference, and we've had just a phenomenal bit of traffic at our booth and a really great response on this HANA demo I did with taking data from SQL Server in a local, basically a local instance that I had on my laptop, and we actually have a real HANA sandbox back at Decision First, at a company I work for, Decision First Technologies. So I took that data, ran it using data services through the transforms to cleanse and standardize and dedupe the data, and loaded that back into our HANA system in real time. And I basically created the flow from the ground up, the flow in the data and the job really in data services, right while people were watching. And I think people really enjoyed that because they've seen a lot of demonstrations on a dashboard over HANA or kind of what it looks like as far as maybe taking Excelsius or something like that to make it really flashy. But this was really the first time that the attendees told me that they had actually seen what HANA really looked like from the modeling studio and looking at the tables within HANA and things like that. So I think they really enjoyed seeing kind of what it looked like under the covers, if you will.
And did they have any observations about what they saw? Anything that stood out?
Well, I think one thing that they definitely said that stood out to them was the fact that loading data with data services into HANA was one of these things which was kind of a win for SAP, and they used that kind of terminology because they basically, SAP has had some scenarios where they've tried to merge products and things have been challenges or they've had issues. So when they talked about the integration of data services with connecting to HANA and creating the tables and the data within HANA, it was really seamless, and I basically pulled all that together in a 5 or 10 minute demo so they could see data in SQL Server 5 minutes, and then 5 minutes later they saw data in HANA that was cleansed and standardized.
And with HANA, a lot of the focus early on here is about speed. What do you think is the sort of next step in this whole data evolution?
It's an interesting question because there definitely is the focus on speed, because with HANA you've got 10,000 times performance. I mean, that gets tweeted, that gets a lot of coverage, and as far as when things are in memory, it's a pretty easy claim to make with saying that if you're coming from a spinning disk into memory, I mean a 10,000 times faster claim is that's fully realizable. However, if you don't handle and consider the quality of the data that's coming in from the source system into HANA, then you basically have, as was mentioned in the keynote by Steve Lucas, really fast, junky data, or really fast, bad data. So I think the next focus, kind of after the speed becomes more commonplace and more common knowledge, is going to be taking that data and standardizing and cleansing it into HANA to make sure.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.